Summer of '92. One night, a teenage girl named Rebecca Summers wakes up to strange noises coming from the swimming pool in their backyard. Looking out of the window, she sees the toy boat of her seriously ill brother, Tommy. Rebecca quietly slips out of the house and tries to retrieve the boat with a net. However, the task proves difficult. At some point, she falls into the pool. Through the water, she sees her mother reaching out her hand. Rebecca resurfaces near the edge of the pool, but finds no one there. Just as she is about to climb out, she hears the toy boat's motor starting up again behind her. When she turns to retrieve it, something from below pulls her under the water. Present day, the Waller family. Ray, Eva, and their children, Izzy and Elliot, are looking for a new permanent home after Ray was forced to retire from his baseball career due to multiple sclerosis. A realtor shows them a house equipped for someone with disabilities, but Ray isn't ready to give up hope of returning to sports. While driving through town, Ray suddenly notices a house with a for sale sign. The realtor takes them inside. The home turns out to be cozy and comfortable. As the children explore the rooms, Eva mentions that she has found a teaching position at a nearby school. Meanwhile, Ray steps outside into the yard and pauses in front of a large swimming pool. He admits he's always wanted one. Eva walks away for a moment, and Ray suddenly spots a baseball floating in the water. Reaching out for it, he falls into the pool, which is covered with plastic sheeting. Ray becomes entangled and nearly sinks, reliving a vivid scene from his last game, where he delighted fans with a magnificent hit. Ray manages to resurface just as the children notice him, and Eva rushes over to help. Later, during a medical checkup, the doctor recommends Ray engage in low-impact sports, such as swimming. This becomes a decisive factor in purchasing the house with the pool. Additionally, Eva has long desired to settle in one place so the kids won't have to change schools again, allowing her to focus on family life.
I want that too. I promise.
The family moves into their new home. Eva settles into her new job, and their children begin attending the same school. On the first day, Izzy meets a boy named Ronnie, who invites her to join the swim team. After school, the whole family begins cleaning the pool. While the kids scrub the sides, Ray cleans out the drain and severely injures his hand.
My Izzy is...
Suddenly, black, foul-smelling sludge starts pouring out of the drain. A specialist called in for repairs marvels at their swimming pool. He explains that it's almost completely self-sustaining, filling from an underground well. This means the water is naturally filtered and heated, highly beneficial for health. Pools like this are typically found in wellness centers, so the family is very lucky. Finally, the day comes when the pool is refilled and ready for swimming. The family enjoys splashing around and playing a game of fetch the coin. Ray starts swimming regularly as part of his therapy and is thrilled about his improving condition. He confides to Eva that perhaps his illness was meant to be. Had he remained healthy, he would have never willingly quit sports. Eva is happy to see his optimism. Now all family members spend plenty of time swimming. Eva even swims at night. One evening, she notices their cat running anxiously along the edge of the pool, crying out as if trying to warn her. Eva brushes it off, attributing it to the cat's natural fear of water. However, as she dives underwater, she sees Ray standing by the poolside. When she surfaces, Ray is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, the underwater lighting flickers, making her feel uneasy, and she quickly climbs out of the water. Eva checks on the children, finding them fast asleep. She then goes to Ray, who is watching another baseball match on TV, and denies having been outside. The couple goes to bed, unaware of a toy boat appearing in the pool, closely watched by their cat. The next morning, Elliot finds the cat's torn collar in the pool, but the animal itself is nowhere to be found. The family comforts the boy by pointing out there's no body in the water, meaning the cat is probably alive, just frightened and hiding. They search everywhere, but the cat remains missing. Meanwhile, Ray removes his bandage and is amazed to see that the severe cut on his palm has healed without even leaving a scar. Time passes, and Eva begins experiencing increasingly frightening dreams involving water. Ray, however, spends more and more time swimming and significantly strengthens physically, impressing even his doctor. One day, Elliot asks his father to swim with him, since he's not allowed to swim alone. But Ray is busy exercising on his machine, so he marks a coin and suggests Elliot toss it into the shallow end and dive for it by himself, warning him to be cautious and avoid the deeper parts of the pool. Elliot does as instructed, but when he dives underwater, he suddenly sees a coin falling to the bottom, as if someone had just tossed it from above. Thinking his father has joined him, the boy resurfaces, but no one is there. Confused, he dives again, retrieves the coin, and spots someone standing at the edge of the pool. Yet when he comes up for air, there's still no one in sight. Elliot assumes it's just his sister teasing him and continues swimming. Suddenly, he hears a girl's voice greeting him.
Hello?
Elliot realizes the voice is coming from the drain. The girl introduces herself as Rebecca Summers and says she's looking for her mom. Elliot sees one of his toys, pulls it out, and immediately a dark hand grabs him. Terrified, he breaks free and climbs out of the pool. He immediately tells his mother what happened. Ava rushes into the yard, but there's no sign of Rebecca anywhere. Ray suggests Elliot imagined everything since the boy is shy and doesn't have any real friends. To help his son, Ray proposes throwing a pool party so the family can get acquainted with the neighbors and colleagues. Later, Ray heads to the local baseball field where Elliot is scheduled to play in a game. But first, Ray conducts a master class for the older players. The coach asks Ray to take a swing, and he agrees, but collapses under the pressure. Determined, Ray asks for one more chance. As he prepares his swing, he suddenly recalls the water in their pool. Empowered by this memory, he strikes the ball so powerfully that it sails far beyond the field, just like during his glory days. Ray is thrilled, but Eva feels uneasy. One evening, Ray and Eva leave home. Izzy asks Elliot to stay inside because her boyfriend, Ronnie, is coming over. While Elliot minds his own business, the couple heads to the pool to play a game where they must find each other with their eyes closed, guided only by voices. Wanting to tease Izzy, Ronnie quietly climbs out of the pool, leaving Izzy searching underwater with closed eyes. She notices Ronnie's voice changing, but doesn't think much of it. When she dives deeper in search of Ronnie, Izzy suddenly comes face to face with a horrifying, unknown creature. Desperate for air, she races to the surface. Finally emerging, she sees Ronnie casually swimming, laughing at her panic and suggesting she must have gotten her foot caught in the drain. Just then, Elliot warns them their parents have returned, prompting Izzy to quickly send Ronnie away. On Saturday, the Wallers host their pool party, inviting all their neighbors and colleagues. Elliot notices his sister is scared and refuses to leave her room. He admits to her that he also saw something frightening in the water, but Izzy begs him not to make up stories, since their mother seems genuinely happy for the first time in years. Determined, Elliot places a video camera at the window facing the pool and starts recording. Eva greets neighbors arriving with treats as thanks for hosting the party. The realtor also arrives. Izzy tells her friends about the frightening experience from the previous night just as Ronnie appears, though he refuses to get into the pool. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, the women discuss the pros and cons of having a swimming pool. At the same time, a neighbor boy asks Ray to sign the baseball he hit the other day, which was torn by the powerful strike. Ray gladly signs it and invites the boy to participate in a playful game called King of the Pool, where the boy sits on Ray's shoulders trying to knock down another young rider. Elliot films this playful battle. Eva approaches the realtor and begins asking questions. The realtor reveals that the daughter of the previous owners, Rebecca Summers, drowned in the pool many years ago. At this exact moment, Ray, sinking deeper into the water, suddenly begins pulling the neighbor boy underwater. The boy begs Ray to release him, but Ray appears possessed. The child starts drowning, and Elliot witnesses the scene, screaming for help. Eva rushes out, and the boy's father jumps into the water, barely managing to free his son from Ray's grasp. Ray is also pulled out of the water, unconscious and not breathing. Eva desperately performs CPR, finally managing to resuscitate him. The party ends abruptly. Although the boy's parents decide not to press charges, they ask Ray to stay away from their family. Eva finally admits something is terribly wrong with the pool and decides to take Ray to the hospital. But as soon as they drive away from the house, Ray feels suffocated, as if something prevents him from breathing. They quickly return home, where Ray immediately recovers. Later, the doctor attributes the incident to a side effect of Ray's illness, but Ray begs Eva to help him reach the pool again. When she refuses, he suddenly says something very strange. It's very cold down in the deep. Eva goes into her daughter's room, where Elliot is also staying for the night, and promises them she'll do everything possible to keep them safe. She begins researching the house's history and discovers that, besides Rebecca, other people have also disappeared there. After finding the Summers family's address, she drives out and meets Rebecca's mother. The woman is gravely ill but agrees to speak when she learns Eva's questions relate to the swimming pool. With pride, the woman shows Eva a photograph of her son Thomas, who has grown up to become a respected official working for the greater good. Strangely, she recalls their old house and the swimming pool fondly, completely denying the very existence of Rebecca. Eva shares her family's experience, begging for honesty. The woman finally explains the pool's water comes from an ancient pagan healing spring guarded by a malevolent fairy-like creature. To access the healing, a sacrifice must be offered. She sacrificed Rebecca to heal Tommy. Horrified, Eva realizes Ray's healing means the entity will demand one of their children. When Eva asks how to stop this nightmare, the woman suddenly falls ill, black tears streaming down her face, calmly promising that soon the water will claim its due and another family needing help will move in. Eva returns home, finding Ray showering, fully aware now that something inhabits him. Meanwhile, Elliot notices the water in his glass behaving strangely, and suddenly he hears the cat meowing outside. Running into the yard, he calls out for the cat
Come here, sire.
and sees its shadow on an inflatable swan floating in the pool. Elliot carefully crawls along the diving board toward it, but suddenly an unknown creature grabs and pulls him underwater. Fortunately, Izzy and Eva see this happening. They rush to the pool and discover the pool cover's mechanism has been triggered, nearly sealing the pool entirely. Eva struggles to open part of it and instructs Izzy to find her father while she dives in after Elliot. Izzy runs into the kitchen, slips, and falls onto a broken glass, injuring her hand. Crying in pain, she searches for her father.
Dad!
Ray forbids her from calling for help, calmly explaining that everything will become better once Elliot is taken. Izzy realizes Ray is fully controlled by the entity in the pool and tries to confront him with a baseball bat, but Ray effortlessly pushes her aside. Underwater, Eva finds Elliot unconscious. As she tries to carry him to the surface, the creature grabs her, preventing their escape. Meanwhile, Izzy hides in the garage, where the TV mysteriously turns on by itself, playing footage from Ray's baseball games. Suddenly, Ray appears, corners Izzy, and locks her inside. Back in the pool, Eva is aided by Rebecca's ghost, who helps them reach the surface. But Elliot has already drowned, and Eva desperately fails to resuscitate him. Ray appears at this moment, assuring her that everything is going according to plan. Eva pleads with him to save their son, but Ray grabs her by the throat, lifting her above the water. Just then, Izzy, having escaped the garage, strikes Ray with the baseball bat, forcing him to release Eva. After another blow, Ray collapses and a black liquid starts seeping out of him, allowing him to regain control over himself. The pool rapidly fills with black water, and the children become ill.
Someone has to pay.
Ray voluntarily enters the water, offering himself to the unknown creature as payment. As soon as he does, the children recover and the water clears, but Ray vanishes completely. Some time passes, and the remaining family members mourn Ray's loss. They decide to remain in the house to ensure no one else falls victim to the entity. Eventually, the pool is filled in with earth. The movie is a typical example of the could-have-been-better category. The idea had potential, but the execution was lacking. A cliched plot, predictable events, and a complete absence of genuinely frightening elements render the film boring and forgettable.